Good evening. Welcome to the new party. I'm Nora Christine.
I'm about to give a really unpopular opinion, and I'm sure it's going to be especially unpopular amongst women.
I'm Gray Mars. Break a record by being with 100 men in one day. And right after she was done, she recorded a documentary.
I'm a vegan weed. Call yourself fresh and wear the same weak ass turtleneck on every show. Goddamn. Then we got goddamn the Sudanese Sambo. Bruh, man.
And I'm Enzo. Bringing up in my lives is they're like, oh well, he's violating the Constitution by having a meme coin and him making money off it in office and everything like that. I was like, if that was the case, like there would be lawsuits up the ass and impeachment inquiry.
I'm skeptic. Like I always say, don't let anybody trample on your constitutional rights.
I'm Mia. That's not a correct power dynamic in my mind. Typically, the people that are trying to be removed are not in control. That's why they're easily being removed.
The government, states, they start putting these RICO acts on Diddy, all of these guys, and try to put it on these ongoing criminal organizations. I ain't never seen the government put a RICO act on the KKK.
Switch happened. Come on, man. You got to acknowledge this. This is the problem that I have with elders like you, because you fail to acknowledge that this stuff has happened.
If we sit there and be old school, we gonna miss the boat. You know, a lot of this kids 19 years old buying houses with Bitcoin, buying Maserati.
Wow.
I think when it comes to the woman, if a man takes charge and he shows that he's logical,
same people. That's the number two. That's all theater. This is WWF.
California Governor Gavin Newsom and his team have figured out a very entertaining way to deal with Donald Trump at his own rhetorical level. They've got a new social media strategy that is both, I got to say, pretty damn funny and I think extremely effective, mocking the president with a spot-on impression of his very weird communication style. Since Newsom jumped into the ongoing redistricting fight, his official Twitter account has been posting Trump style. Donald is finished. He is no longer hot. First the hand, so tiny. And now me, Gavin C. Newsom, have taken away his step. Many are saying we can't even do the big stairs on Air Force One anymore. Uses the little baby stairs now. Sad. Has all the Trump trademarks, all capital letters, random quotation marks, little parentheticals, complete unhinged absurdity. From just this morning, I thought this was a good one. I hate Kid Rock. GCN. Reference to Trump's infamous I hate Taylor Swift. Another drags the vice president into it. Not even JD Just Dance Vans can save Trump from the disastrous maps war he has started. Not even his eyeliner lines look as pretty as California map lines. He will fail, as he always does. Sad, and I, the peacetime governor of our nation's favorite, will save America once again. Many are now calling me Gavin Christopher Columbus Newsom because of the maps. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Beyond the mockery of Trump's text posts, Newsom has also been posting Trump-style AI-generated images of himself, including this, I think, absolute masterpiece of Newsom deep in a moment of reflection or prayer, flanked by three MAGA icons and the laying of hands, Kid Rock, who he hates, Tucker Carlson, and the angelic spirit of the recently departed Hulk Hogan. Again, a spot-on mockery of Trump, who isn't doing any of this satirically. What has been equally hilarious has been to watch the joke just go soaring over the heads of Trump's sycophants in the media.
For the last week, Gavin Newsom, and why am I giving him advice? You have to stop it with the Twitter thing. I don't know where his wife is. If I were his wife, I would say, "What? You are making a fool of yourself. Stop it. Do not let your staff tweet. And if you're doing it yourself, put the phone away and start over. And if he's got a big job as governor of California, but if he wants an even bigger job, he has to be a little bit more serious.
Yes, right. Be more serious. Stop posting exactly like the president of the United States does. Newsom's account responded to that advice, quote, Ding Dong Perino, never heard of her until today, is melting down because of me, Gavin C. Newsom. Fox hate that I am America's most favorite governor, ratings king, saving America. Trump has lost his step and Fox is losing it because when I type, America now wins. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again, it is a stark reminder with someone else doing it of how truly, utterly deranged our current president sounds whenever he communicates. And also how accustomed we've all become to this very, very weird behavior.
Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on this panel show are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of this channel, its affiliates, sponsors, or production team. This content is intended for informational and entertainment purposes only. Viewer discretion is advised. We encourage respectful dialogue and critical thinking around the topics discussed.
Described him as one of the most dangerous men on the face of the earth.
Welcome to the Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave. I'm Gray Mars.
I'm Enzo.
I'm Doc.
I'm Mia.
Ken Billions, what's good?
Heaven, you muted.
I'm Heaven.
Mia, I saw you laughing the whole time that the video was up, so you know what's going on with what Gavin Newsom is doing?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. I mean, I feel like the best form of flattery is when somebody copies you. And honestly, I think it's fantastic. I think it's hilarious because he's not wrong. I mean, if we're being super genuine, he'd be up at 3 o'clock in the morning when I'm up. Sometimes I like hop on Twitter. I'm like, oh man, he's up too.
That's funny.
I think it's funny.
For sure. Enzo, your boy King said America's favorite governor is wild. Please run him in 2028. Do you think Gavin Newsom's going to be the 2028 presidential candidate?
I mean, that's going to be the easiest one imaginable for the Republicans if they run him. I mean, what has he done besides completely ruin California? Like, if they run him, they should just not even show up to the ballots at that point because it's not going to be worth it. That'll be a 50-state landslide.
Ken, you said it's WWE. This is the most WWE I've seen. So, like, do you think this is childish, or do you think Gavin is doing the right thing?
No, I think it matched the landscape of America. We've been living in reality TV, from mob wives to basketball wives, for the last 20 years. So I think it's right on par. And I think Gavin Newsom is a 2-term president just based off optics alone. A lot of women find him attractive, and he has a thing. So I don't think that we'll ever have another president that is not celebrity driven, right? It's about what people feel about you. So I definitely think he's going to win the presidency. I think he's a 2-term president too.
Before Heaven and Dot respond, I want to play the polls on if it's working or not.
I think it absolutely has been working in terms of generating attention, which is what he's trying to do, right? I mean, take a look here. Let's take a look right at the @GovPress office followers on X. That's, of course, where you get those sort of the account where Newsom posts those Trump-style mocking types of tweets. Get this. That account, get this, up 450% in terms of the number of followers since mid-June. And it's not just on Twitter, X, where Newsom is gaining. Even on TikTok and Instagram, his followers are up over 1 million since January alone. My goodness gracious. And more than that, Laura, more than that, what about Google? What about those Google searches for him? Get this, daily Google searches for Gavin Newsom up like a rocket. What are we talking about? Since June 1, up 1,300%. Compared to August 1st, look at that, up 500%. So the bottom line is, in politics, especially if you're thinking of entering in 2028, it's all about generating attention. And so far, Gavin Newsom has done a good job at generating attention.
The Democrats want it.
Do Democrats want it? Okay. Do Democrats want it? This, I think, is a trend line that I think says it all. Democrats want their leaders to what? Try to stop the GOP or work with the GOP? You go back to 2017, you see here, work with the GOP took the cake at 74% compared to just 23% who said to try and stop the GOP. But now I'm going to come over to your side of the screen, Laura. Look at 2025. I'm coming as close as I can. 57% say they want the Democratic leaders to try and stop the GOP compared to just 42% who say they want them to work with the GOP. That is a major shift. What are we talking about here? Some quick math up here is 34% rise in terms of the percentage of Democrats who want their leaders to try and stop the GOP. So no wonder Gavin Newsom, he's looking at this polling. He's saying, I can generate attention. This is where the Democratic base is. And right now he seems to be following the Democratic base.
Why? For 2028?
For 2028, that is exactly why. And I think the question is it working? Is it working? Well, let's take a look at the betting markets. I think this gives away so much of it. Okay, the chance of being the 2028 Democratic nominee, according to the prediction markets. Look at where we were on June 1st. We basically had a clown car for first. Newsom, AOC, Buttigieg, 11%, 10%, 8%. But look at where we are now. Look at this. Look who's jumped up all the way up to 24% chance, about a 1 in 4 chance of getting the nomination. Gavin Newsom. AOC staying pretty steady at 13%. And then, of course, we have Pete Buttigieg, who has stayed absolutely steady at 8%. So at least at this particular point, the prediction markets are saying, yes, yes, this strategy is paying off. Of course, the key question is, will this actually work when you're trying to actually, votes are being cast and counted? And more than that, will it work for a general electorate? Well, it's early days yet. We'll have to wait and see. But so far, Gavin Newsom has done a pretty gosh darn good job of generating attention for himself and a pretty gosh darn good shot of getting people on television like you and I to talk about it.
So Adolf Hitler changed rallies by flying to different rallies, and Franklin D. Roosevelt changed the radio by talking directly to the populace and basically campaigning that way. For me, I would say Trump transformed social media. So, Doc, you were saying that you want to make more content. Do you feel like, our politicians in the future are just go basically be content creators?
I think it can go that way, but I think we were just talking about it. I think part of it was like, I don't want to be politically correct, so I kind of want to be myself. So like, I think that's some of the genuineness. And when you see Trump send out these like ridiculous radical tweets, we know that's him. You know what I mean? So like, are these politicians going to genuinely be like that, or are they going to have a team to make this and do this and try to trick Americans? Because when Trump tweets out, I hate Taylor Swift, we know Trump typed every letter on the keyboard and said, I hate Taylor Swift. So, that's just going to be it. It's just going to be another play for them to, get us to try to entertain us and stuff. So that's going to, I don't know. I'd see.
Heaven, are you voting for Gavin Newsom?
Are we going to have a country still by then? I mean, that's how I feel. There's troops in DC and more troops are going to DC. So we'll see where it ends up. I mean, I do know that what he's doing is going to work because he's not only reaching like older women who find him attractive, even some younger women find him attractive, but he's also reaching that Gen Z base, that younger generation too, that will be the people that will be of voting age with these trolling of Trump, doing these Trump style things on purpose. I think he'll win if he continues to do that.
For sure. Well, hopefully we still have a country, but we are entering NFL season. So even the NFL is getting political. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but now they have male cheerleaders.
They've had male cheerleaders, though.
NFL again. I cannot believe the Minnesota Vikings have male cheerleaders. Yes, this is how some people feel, and it is as ridiculous as it sounds. If you are intimidated that an NFL football team has a couple of male cheerleaders doing a little dance on the sidelines, does that impact your daily life? Does it? Because I want to know how. Comment how it impacts your daily life that we have some men on the sidelines shaking pom-poms. And how is that different from you up in the stands cheering when they score a touchdown? Explain to me why it bothers you so much that there are some men that look real good, by the way. I like their outfits, look real good in that Minnesota Vikings cheering outfit. And you're sitting here saying, I'm not going to watch the NFL again if they're going to do all that. What are you talking about? What is wrong with people these days? Like, there are way bigger problems in the United States than to worry about two male cheerleaders cheering their hearts out for the Minnesota Vikings. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And if it really bothers you that much, my page is not for you. Don't forget to give me a follow.
I heard Mia say they already have them, but I'm going to go to the guys first. Enzo, how do you feel about male cheerleaders?
In college, I mean, when I watch football, I'm not staring at the sideline looking at the dudes or the cheerleaders or whatever. I'm watching the football game. It's better than I'd rather see that than Taylor Swift every 5 fucking seconds because at least I can look away.
Doc, what you think?
I want to first shout out to my cousin Pudgy in the chat. You a Vikings fan? You've been a Vikings fan your whole life, our whole life. You wear the jersey. You dress up when we go to the games. You got the hammer, the Thor's hat, the shield, all of that. So I want to shout out my cousin who a Vikings fan. My thing is, why couldn't they be functional cheerleaders? Like, I don't have no problem with that, but it's male cheerleaders in college football as well. You know what I mean? Like, why we had to pick the sassy niggas to be the cheerleaders? Like, why we could are they gonna throw people up and do the stunts and stuff like that? Like, I thought that was a general part of being a male cheerleader. So I don't want them to remove that from the male cheerleader because now it seems like you're alienating straight men who go to high school and cheerlead. They go to college on scholarship and cheerlead, and they could probably find a job in the NFL and make a living cheerlead. And these are strong athletic dudes. You know what I'm saying? And they get to be around women all day. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't hating too hard. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just, why they had to go that route? You know what I mean? Like, that's all.
Yeah, my daughter cheerleader, she the one that get flipped in the air. Ken, what you think about the male cheerleaders?
I think it's just very interesting that the base that really pushes back on this, they have a blind spot when it comes to history. Greek and Roman culture was very like this. You know what I mean? Who do they think was prancing around, right? It was guys, right? They were very androgynous cultures. So it's just very interesting, the base that is pushing back on this and is talking about like tradition and how a man is supposed to show up. The founding fathers used to wear wigs and stockings. You know what I mean? This is if you peel back the layers, it's very American, honestly. And I just think that people, when it comes to change, they need to hold on to something because their identity is there. So with all these changes happening, who am I in this new world? And I think people are grasping for a world that don't exist no more.
For sure. Well, before the ladies respond, let's look at them in actual action on the internet, on TikTok, and on the field.
TikTok. Breakdown.
You look so Minnesotan, it's scary.
Hold on, but show the eyes on the field. What were you saying, Mia?
So, has anybody on the panel ever been to Minnesota? Or Minnesota is how they pronounce it out there. He is so Minnesotan. It's funny. The blonde hair, the blue eyes, tall, skinny. It's hilarious.
So what you
I
think?
spent a lot of time in Minnesota.
So what you think about the male cheerleaders?
I think male cheerleaders are absolutely appropriate and fine. I mean, even in high school, they had male cheerleaders. Not all of them actually were on the floor dancing, but a lot of them were there holding up the flyers and doing a lot of like the labor's work. So having male cheerleaders is not anything new, and people acting like it is ridiculous. I mean, those men are tastefully dressed. I mean, the shorts aren't booty shorts. He had shorts down to his knees. He had a thick tank top on. His routine was giving, like he cares. I mean, I think it's crazy. And for the record, it kind of upsets me because the very first male cheerleader was Quentin Perrin, and he was black. So why are we acting like this random blonde white guy is the first one? Almost 10 years ago, the very first male cheerleader was a black man. Again, we clearly are always overlooked by history.
For sure. Heaven, what you think?
My daughter did cheer in high school, and then they did not just like regular, they did competitive. And there are a lot of male cheerleaders, and they're supposed to hit the marks like they hit the marks. They're supposed to do the moves just as he did them. I don't think he's being too extra sassy. Because if it was based on competition, and that's normally where you have cheerleaders start, is they start getting into competition. There's outside competitions for cheerleading as well. That you get judged on that. And if you're not giving that full performance, the entire team can lose points for that. So, I mean, just like in the military, you train like you fight. He's gonna dance like he dances.
Slim, did you hear what we was talking about?
Nah, I missed it, man. I'm sorry I'm late, guys.
Roll the clip for Slim again. Slim need to see that clip. Roll that clip for Slim.
I got one.
Oh God, please don't.
I got one for him because we gonna do on both sides. Because now they're saying this woman.
You don't want to see that clip. He doesn't
want to be a host on ESPN.
You're not missing anything, bro.
So I'm gonna do both sides.
All right.
Let's get into it because obviously this ties to one Shador Sanders who balled out in his first preseason game.
This is Barry Sanders.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Barry Sanders. But the tie, come on, the tie is the Sanders. Bear with me. Bear with me. But let's get into Shador because appropriate that you're also a fan there, right?
So Slim, she got the jersey wrong. So they're saying she doesn't know who Barry Sanders is, so she needs to be fired from ESPN.
Oh man, hey, I told y'all this before the show started. I think we had a show regarding women and men's sports, and this is kind of why I wouldn't say she should lose her job, but she should be educated on who Barry Sanders is. But damn, she could lose her job. She's a sports analyst, like. Man, that's a tough one, man. I don't think a woman should lose her job over that, but I think she should step down from that position on in the public eye. You know what I mean? Like they should have her do something else.
Heaven, should she be fired? Does a woman have to know every single player, or is it just a mistake?
I think if it's the first time, it's a mistake. And she can get all the online dragging. And that's going to hurt, I'm sure, her ego and personally, but whatever. She made a mistake. Y'all can't remember everybody's name all the time. Nobody can. Everybody's human. But if she does it again, no, then she needs to, because that's her profession. And as a professional, you should know about your profession. You should be well versed in what your profession is, whatever that specific thing is. Then she clearly needs to focus and do better professionally.
Man, fire her ass immediately. It ain't another. There's no other historic player that you even think of when you think of the Lions. Barry Sanders is the premier player in their franchise. Football is the premier sport of our country. It makes the most money. It makes more money than basketball, baseball. Football is the premier sport of our country. Barry Sanders is arguably in every conversation as the best running back of all time. For her to not know a Barry Sanders throwback jersey, I don't even think Detroit make any other throwback jerseys. Barry Sanders the only one they got. He the only player they got. How you ain't know Barry Sanders?
Mia, you a sports mom. Do you feel like you gotta know every player, or like what you think?
I think if it was the first time, I'm going to agree with Heaven. It's the first time. It's a mistake. It happens. Maybe she was flustered. However, I will caveat that with it is her job. And as Doc has mentioned, it is a throwback Hall of Famer type-ish situation. So she should have known. Oh, however, I mean, it didn't hurt anybody that she didn't know. Like, if I mess up on meds, I can kill somebody. But her having one mistake isn't hurting anybody. So I think maybe we can give her a smidge of grace, depending on how she acts after this. And then we can reevaluate moving forward. Maybe she just needs a little bit of coaching and some education.
For sure. Well, I'm going to go to Enzo and Ken first. We're going to switch it up. Says this athlete basically is giving advice to men on what type of women to be with.
Oh, boy.
Men who stand up, men who go out there and put your elbow into making a woman make sure she's straight and hardworking and respectable, chest up, chin out men. And you really on the grind and you really got ambition, man. Leave these little pretty girls alone, bro. They don't put their elbow in it. I'm going to keep it 100. Over there looking at, oh, she bad. Oh, look at her Instagram. Oh, she a 9, she a 10. No, I'll get you a 5 or a 6 who going to put some elbow into it and going to be down for you on some 100. You know what I'm saying? They going to look at you like, why he with her? Don't worry about why I'm with her because she going to do everything you ain't doing. 100%. And that's the new wave we should be on, fellas. Like, man, forget all that how you look when you with your arm around her. Nah, she ain't got no substance to her.
Ken, do looks matter?
I like when my athletes didn't talk.
Be careful.
I like when my athletes didn't talk. Look, there's a business model that very successful guys use to talk about the powerless man and the invisible man, right? There's a business model to talk for guys that they wouldn't hang out with themselves, right? So there is this business model. It's a red pill business model to always speak for this invisible man, even though you yourself would not hang out with him, right? And a person is going to rock with you if they like you. You know what I'm saying? So it does not matter how she looks. Do she fuck with you or not? You know what I'm saying? That's the key element. We're talking about attraction. So if a person knows what it's like to be liked by somebody, they'll get on your program. They'll rock with you. They'll learn what you like. They'll observe you. These guys talk from a perspective. They're not telling the man to be likable or attractive. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Enzo, I heard you say on here before you want a trophy wife. Is a trophy wife worth the money and the hard work you have to do to maintain her?
I mean, when it all comes down to it, when I say I'm looking like I want like a trophy wife, everything like that, like I'm very, very picky with like who I bring around. Like if you're not on the same wavelength as me, or like if you're like high maintenance or anything like that, like that's not the type of girl that I'm looking. Like trophy wife is subjective to everybody. That's just my way of saying it, of somebody that I would be proud to be around, that I'd be proud to that I would be having my life.
For sure. I get it. Well, he keeps going before everybody else responds. He keeps going.
25, y'all. Don't be embarrassed by your chick. Get you one that's going to get her elbow into it.
The same one. Well, we got the president where he gave some dating advice.
Okay, hi, Mr. Trump.
How are you?
I work really long hours, and my boyfriend is starting to think that I may be cheating on him.
Whoa, are you cheating?
I am not, Donald. How do I assure him that when I'm at work, I'm actually doing work and not someone else.
Now, Donald, I'm going to let you answer first. And your wife is a businesswoman, so I'm sure she works late sometimes as well.
But I think if he has that in the back of his mind, I mean, you love him that much?
Absolutely.
Can you live without him?
No, I cannot.
Because,
live
you know, if
without
he
him.
has that now in the back of his mind,
gonna
that
only
could
get-
be trouble.
Oh.
It's only going to
For
get
the
worse.
future, I'm saying.
How long have you been with him?
12 years.
And how old are you?
32.
And why boyfriend? He's not...
Yeah, exactly.
That's another show.
Oh, well, here's what I would suggest. You tell him that you're working late, and he better not, to prove his point, try to roll up at the job and do something embarrassing like where is she, or cruise the parking lot.
Okay.
If he can't take your word for it, then you know what? After 12 years, maybe this is not the guy for you. And if we have to have another show on why it is you want to get married and he hasn't married you, then maybe they need to break up.
And you know what? I'm looking at you. You will have no trouble getting guys.
Okay, we have to.
I just want to play that funny clip because Slim want me to show something positive with Trump. So there you go, Slim. But I'm gonna play the real video where this lady's saying this for real, and I get the ladies to respond.
It's not worth it dealing with someone else every single day of your life. Every day. I've been married for about 7 years, and I don't even know if this is worth it. Like, and not saying that there's anything necessarily wrong. There's nothing wrong, and that's the point. Like, I don't even know why I'm upset. I'm just, like, not thinking that I made the right decision. Like, and I have a good man. I do. And that's not the point. The point is, it's like, you really do lose yourself. You lose your sense of individuality. You lose your sense of peace. And this could be even to a good man. Like, you're gonna lose something, and I don't think it's worth it. Like, at all. I've always had a dream of, like, getting out of my hometown, like, city, and moving on, like, moving forward. Like life is supposed to be experience. Like, we're supposed to be doing new things and traveling, and I don't know if I want to continue doing this every single day of my life. Like, always checking in with someone, always having to consider their feelings, it's always somebody else. You're never alone. Even if it's absolutely worth it, I don't think it is. Even if you found the most perfect man, it's not worth it. It's not. Like, it's always gonna be best to just, like, be alone. And maybe that's why so many men tell older women they're gonna be alone and be so sad. I'm sad with a great man. Like, imagine living a fairy tale, and it's nothing like you imagined it. You're living your literal fairy tale, and it's not what you want. It's not what you want. Even if you think that you want it, even if it's exactly what you dreamed of, it's still just, I don't know.
Mia, do women really think like this?
Oh my God, I can't believe she shot this. Hit the check mark, watched it back, posted it with hashtags while married. Oh my God, that is so crazy. No, I don't know why. I honestly feel bad for her husband. I feel bad for her husband because he has to lay next to that every night. She's on the internet for millions of people to see, saying that he's a good man, but yet you're talking about how shitty you feel your life is. So, like, I'm blown away. I mean, hopefully she has the rest of her life that she deserves. Hopefully her husband divorces her, because that's just nasty, dude. That's a nasty thing to do. Like, you're telling us that he's great, and then you're sitting there crying when you have to consider this man's feelings. That's like two conflicting. I'm very against people posting their personal lives like that. I think if you were married, your personal life needs to stay between you and your marital home. Nobody should ever know what's going on in your personal life unless it is you've achieved something.
For sure.
Point blank, period. And what she did was disgusting and dirty. And this is gonna sound controversial, But the fact that is that as women of color, we don't, especially Black women of color, we are at times the least married, depending on if you look at the data. And for her to be married and a Black woman in the United States and to sit there and disparage it, discouraging potential other Black women who will see this video to thinking negatively about marriage is only going to impact our family value system moving forward, because millions of people have seen this. So I just think it was a really shitty thing for her to do. And that's just my opinion.
Heaven, what you think?
I think your opinion just ate, and he needs to divorce her, because in the long run, she's only going to be holding him back and his growth and his potential back, because she feels held back by him when he's a good man, and that's completely unfair.
Doc,
So,
what you
yeah.
think?
What does being a good man ever got you? I ain't never got nothing from being a good man. You know, you got to put yourself first out here, King. You know what I'm saying? You can't, look, you go out here, you work hard, you be a good man, and you meet a chick like her. Nah, man. Go get you about five joints to, you know what I'm saying, to drown your pain in, and you will feel better next week. You know what I'm saying? Because he should be able to divorce her without splitting anything just from that video.
Slim?
Man, I'm gonna agree with Mia on this one, man, because that's too personal. It's certain things you just don't need the public to be all in your business like that. Certain things you ain't got to be exploiting about your family. And that's how I feel. I mean, that was something that really benefits no one. If you listen to that again, it really, you know, anything posted like that is just information that needs to be shut down some way, somehow. That's just too personal. It doesn't really affect anyone. It's a mental health scenario, if you ask me. She needs to go see someone. But I'm good.
I actually got a song called Too Personal I made a long time ago. But we'll get to the main topic about Trump and stopping mail-in voting.
Wait, can I tell
you pushed out on social media?
Brian, go first.
You pushed out on social media about doing away with mail-in ballots and potentially electronic voting machines. Can you expand on that and how important
Well,
that is?
that's a very off-topic, just really quickly. Mail-in ballots are corrupt. Mail-in ballots, you can never have a real democracy with mail-in ballots. And we, as a Republican Party, are going to do everything possible that we get rid of mail-in ballots. We're going to start with an executive order that's being written right now by the best lawyers in the country to end mail-in ballots because they're corrupt. And you know that we're the only country in the world, I believe, I may be wrong, but just about the only country in the world that uses them because of what's happened. Massive fraud all over the place. The other thing we want change are the machines. For all of the money they spend, it's approximately 10 times more expensive than paper ballots. And paper ballots are very sophisticated with the watermark paper and everything else. We would get secure elections. We'd get much faster results. The machines, I mean, they say we're going to have the results in 2 weeks. With paper ballots, you have the results that night. Most people, but most people, many countries use paper ballots. It's the most secure form. So between paper ballots, very, very important, paper ballots, and I think maybe even more important, the mail-in voting. We're going to end mail-in voting. It's a fraud. If you have mail-in vote, even Jimmy Carter with this commission, they set it up. He said the one thing about mail-in voting, you will never have an honest election if you have mail-in. And it's time that the Republicans get tough and stop it because the Democrats want it. It's the only way they can get elected. Because with men and women's sports and with transgender for everybody and open borders and all of the horrible things, and now the new thing is they love crime.
I've been a mail-in voter since I was in the military because you have to be a mail-in voter because I was from Florida, but I was stationed in New York, so they don't let you vote in the local elections. You got to fill it out, and then they send it to Florida. So, Doc, you were there with me. I know you probably didn't vote, but did you send your voting when you was in the military?
Nah, that was how I voted too. Like I voted absentee mail-in. I think that was how we all did it because we were in the military, and you still kind of vote with your state or your local elections and stuff. So I wonder what the idea he would change and do that for people in the military because that is a big thing.
For sure. Having you were in, did you vote? Were you in the military? Did you have to send your ballot off?
I did, and I am beside myself with some of the things that he's doing in regards to our military and our veterans. Because how many, not only how like the military, but how many disabled military veterans does that also disenfranchise if we're going to talk about military? It affects so many more people than the ones that they're trying to affect.
Ken, should Trump get rid of mail-in voting?
I think the president should do what the people want. Like who's asking for this, right? Is this being like done on a poll? Like what is the masses of the public saying they want to do? That's how I feel you should go about this. How do the people want to vote? Whether people want to vote off an app or anything, this is for the people. So let the people decide. So I think to override and not even ask questions, not take a poll. We have millions of people here in the country. You can't just decide that just without the public. So voting is for the people, right? So let the people decide how they want to cast their ballot.
For sure. So before Mia, Slim, and Enzo respond, let's see where Trump actually got this idea from.
Vladimir Putin said something, one of the most interesting things. He said your election was rigged because you have mail-in voting. He said mail-in voting every election. He said no country has mail-in voting. It's impossible to have mail-in voting and have honest elections. And he said that to me. It was very interesting because we talked about 2020. He said, you won that election by so much. And that's how he got it. He said, and if you would have won, we wouldn't have had a war. You'd have all these millions of people alive now instead of dead. And he said, and you lost it because of mail-in voting. It was a rigged election.
So Slim, it sounds like he got an idea from Putin. Do you think that's a good thing?
No, he didn't get the idea from Putin. I think that's BS. At the end of the day, he knows what happened. The man won the Super Bowl 3 times. One of them was stolen. And at the end of the day, when they're talking about our democracy, there's going to be something done about it because it's not just that he's taking it away from the military. I'm sure there's going to be something in place that's going to basically put back the way to vote in the military as far as technology or whatever has you. But let's be honest, 20,000 people voted that was like 140 years old, bro. Like, it's not real. You got to start looking at these things and remember that's what really happened. So this is why this man is fighting. A lot of people fail to realize that he is a winner. So at the end of the day, if he loses, he want to know why the hell he losing because the ops ain't strong enough. They're not. We've seen it. And when it comes to what the people want, they will vote on what this man is saying because those are the same people that voted for him the second time and it didn't happen. And when he tried to talk about it, they tried to lock him up. He's coming after every single person. This is real. I can't.
Except the ones on the Epstein list.
There she go the Epstein list.
Oh, we got a super chat.
Hold on, real quick on the Epstein list. And having this for you, I love you, girl. But again, y'all have 4 years to destroy the man. If he was on that list, that would have been the perfect bomb to drop so he would not win a second term. There's no way you can deny that logic. Go ahead.
Shout out to Kelly Corinne. I've been on her show. Mia been on her show. Other people from here have been on her show. She just gave us a super chat. Thank you, Kelly. She said, what's up, panel? Great show. I see y'all been grinding. Mia, Trump voted by mail in 2020. Is it fair that he's getting rid of it?
Absolutely not. Which is a little bit of history for mail-in ballots. You know, the first president that enacted mail-in ballots Abraham Lincoln, the OG Republican, our godfather himself, enacted mail-in ballots so soldiers could vote during the Civil War. And it is a damn shame that a Republican thinks that he has the power through executive order, which he does not, to somehow overtake the Constitution, because the Constitution is very specific. Article 1, Section 4, Clause 1 states explicitly have the responsibility for the time, the manner, and place to determine elections. Point blank, period. They're very specific. Congress, if they get 2/3, can set rules and regulations and policies, but at the end of the day, the Constitution is very specific. There's no amount of lawyers, there's no executive orders that Donald Trump can do to get rid of mail-in ballots. It does not exist in the way it's written in the Constitution. And the only way for the Constitution to be altered is 2/3 of Congress, and 2/3 of America does not agree for this. It's egregious in my mind to disenfranchise military, elderly people, disabled people, Americans working abroad for this country. It boggles my mind. And to set the record straight, we're going to fact check him real quick. These are all the countries that allow mail-in voting. And you will see, we know and we are friends with all these countries. Canada, Germany, Switzerland, United Kingdom, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Denmark, Iceland, Poland does it. France, India, Japan, Netherlands, Pakistan, and Spain also all allow mail-in ballots for their elections as well. And another thing before I land this plane and right into the ocean is the simple fact that he is allowing Putin to gaslight him. Like, get the fuck out of here. Come on. Don't be like, you're allowing Putin to gaslight you by our elections? Like, come on, dude. Like, this is ridiculous.
Carpet for him. What do you mean?
I feel like I'm in Stranger Things. I'm in the upside down world. Like, we're going to let Putin gaslight us about elections and tell us no other country does it? It's like, does he not have Siri? Everybody runs Apple. I have Samsung. I'm a peasant. Do we not have Siri? Does he not fact check these things ever? I'm landing my plane. I'm crashing in.
Enzo, you've been on Kelly's show too before, right? Yeah, you've been Enzo.
Yeah, we
show too.
Yeah, we did the one show.
Right. Are you a mail-in voter?
No.
So how do you feel about it?
I wish it wasn't. He tried to do an executive order because it's not going to work. I want him to go about it the right way because I don't agree with mail-in balloting whatsoever. I don't like for military, everything or everybody in the military, absolutely different. For civilians who have the ability to go vote, I mean, if we talk about the elderly, like my grandmother, up until the day she died at 83 years old, got up every single 4 years and went and voted. Like, yes, that's my grandmother. That's what she did. It's not everybody, but still. With the amount, with what happened in 2020 with the election and the new evidence that has been presented to the Senate from Kash Patel of the 20,000 IDs that came in from China that were never vetted by the FBI in 2020. I'm not going to say 20,000 IDs changed the election in 2020, but I'm not going to sit here and say Joe Biden, who we saw in the campaign, was mentally declining the entire time, got 81 million votes over Donald Trump. And then Kamala comes in and gets, 70, 60 something million votes? But these are the same people that didn't vote for Trump the first time. So we need to do better with vetting these things because there's been plenty of evidence that is out there of election fraud within 2020 that just got swept under the rug by the DOJ. That got swept under the rug by the courts. Nobody really wanted to investigate until now. So get rid of mail-in balloting or mail-in voting altogether.
Well, it seems like everybody's saying basically the same thing, that he can't do it. It's basically state rights. So I'm going to play what a mail-in worker actually said.
When Trump suggests that states act as agents of the federal government when it comes to tabulating ballots, obviously an uncommon reading of the Constitution, as we just pointed out, but Congress does have a role in voting regulations, right?
Yeah, they absolutely do. But the president can't, by executive order, just wave his magic wand and change things. That's not how this country works. We are a federal republic. And I'll tell you what, there's a lot of conservative states' rights type people out there who ought to be hopping mad at the notion that the executive of the federal government is going to try to exert power in a state part of our rules and regulations in the way that we govern ourselves. Look, if he wants to propose changes through the regular congressional process, he has the right to do that. He's, the president, he's a citizen like anybody else. And the Constitution is very clear about that. But there's no reason why anybody should think that it's A, reasonable or B, rational to be just coming out as the president saying, I'm going to run the show and you work for me. Like I said, I don't work for the president. I work for the people of the great state of Arizona, and I'm going to keep doing so in spite of his oddball machinations.
So let's just go around, do a poll, and see who all votes by mail. I vote by mail. I know Enzo said he doesn't. Ken, do you vote by mail?
Never voted before.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
My catchphrase on the new party is always vote. So you'll hear that a lot from me. Doc, are you a mail-in voter?
Yeah, I've been a mail-in voter for probably since I was 18 years old, but I never lived at home. So this last election was the first time I voted in person at my polling station.
Heaven, are you a mail-in voter?
When I was in the military, I was, but not anymore.
Mia?
I have voted by mail once, but currently ever since, no. I was living in Hawaii at one time, but obviously my residence is very far away, so I had to mail and vote from Hawaii once.
Slim?
Nah, I pull up on them.
Some people say like they'll get the mail-in vote just to fill it out so they can read everything, but they go and put it in an actual mailbox because it's the conspiracy theories about the mail people and people controlling it and all that type of stuff. So, I mean, it's very interesting. For me, I never want to go down there ever again. It's just so convenient for me to get it, fill it out, and then just throw it in the mailbox. I don't even have to go down there. But
when I was in the military, I was postal trained. So I could take my training and go be a supervisor at the post office right now. So yeah, they're very, very strict when it comes to things going on at the actual post office. Their regulations are very strict. Even in the military, when we handled your mail in the mailroom, they should have been, not everybody's was, but should have been very strict with the mail.
Man, that's not true. We got a homeboy named Cool right now. His ex-wife, Trezana, she knew somebody had that bag and it was going through the mail. She stole the money and caught a felony. You know what I'm saying? So I know that they'll steal your mail because she was the post office lady and she stole the folks' money.
But it's a felony charge and they're going to get you.
But she had spun the money long time, spun the money. You call her way later. You feel me?
I can't speak on that specifically. But I know based off the training and, the education that I have from them.
Now, money-wise, of course, it's a lot of illegal activity going through the post office for sure. But as the poll that we just did, so 4 out of 2 of us all voted by mail, and then 1 person didn't vote. So it seems like mail-in voting is necessary. So it was a great show. We'll go around and get everybody's final thoughts. Slim, what's your final thoughts?
Oh, man, sorry I'm late, guys. Another good show. Always vote. Trump is the man. And yeah, man, I've been watching a lot of new party replays. So I encourage everybody to go to the new party, hit the like button, subscribe, all that fly stuff. But yeah, good show, man. Peace.
For sure. Heaven, what's your final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Let's see. Why do I always
You want me to come back to you? Yeah, I'll let you get your
Yeah,
thoughts.
come back to me. Give me a
What's
second.
your final thoughts?
It was a good show. Thank you for having me. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to be a little shameless and say follow me on TikTok and X. It's Mia, not Maya. I'm definitely trying to grow my X page. I have like 5 followers because I'm not on there all the time, but I am getting better. So please do follow me specifically on TikTok. I'm very active on TikTok. And obviously hit the like and subscribe button to this channel.
My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, just cut me off. That's how you guys feel about me. Cut me off. So make a long story short, I am going to quote skeptic. Don't let anybody trample on your constitutional right, and your constitutional right is to mail in vote.
For sure, for sure. I'm glad the Democrats and the MAGA people can get along for sure. And I'm gonna promote too. So if you're watching right now, hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell. Know when we go live. Doc, what's your final thoughts?
15 years ago today, one of my best friends lost his life. His name was Tanil. Shout out T Rose, man. I still check on your son. I still talk to your mama. Gun violence is real. It's everybody's duty to try to stop this. And I just want to tell them, if I'm friends with somebody, I'm gonna be friends with them for the rest of my life. If I say you love you, I really mean it. And shout out to you, bro. I talked to your son the other day, so you know what I'm saying? Like 15 years later, and it still feel the same. So I love you, dog. So
for sure. Enzo, your final thoughts?
So my final thoughts, this was a good show. To Gavin, I think it was bullshit when Trump does all this AI and all these tweets at 3 a.m. It's kind of annoying sometimes. Stop trying to be like Trump, because Trump's actually fixing things. You got a state full of issues and you've been the problem in your state. Fix what you got going on there before you think about running for 28. Because if it stands the way that it is, it's going to be a Republican steamroll. To mail-in ballots, get rid of that shit. Fraud, it's bullshit. Get your ass up, go vote, do it the right way.
Ken, what's your final thoughts?
Man, my final thoughts are I'm going to end it on the video that you showed before with the young lady. We're going to see a lot more of that from men and women, though. And the reason why it's so shocking is because people haven't really had community to express this shit. So, the individualism aspect, you're just supposed to shut up and, just accept what you have. And just because somebody's a good person, that means you're supposed to be with them. And this is very old. And if you could read people's diary entries, a lot of men and women have felt like the young lady. It just is so shocking because how can you upset the institution? But I'm about the individual, fuck the institution. So you're going to see a lot of more people, men and women, coming out, expressing themselves on social media like this. And people might not like it, but that's the pressures of the nuclear family. People are supposed to be in villages, not just men and women in the house. So you're going to see more people expressing themselves and upsetting the institution. So be ready for it.
Heaven, you ready?
I am. I had to bring it back real quick for John. It doesn't matter who's on the list. I want all of them, Democrats, Republicans, and honestly, anybody that's protecting them. I think everyone in Congress needs to be removed, and we need to start fresh because they get paid by too many outside sources, and they're not doing what's needed for the people. That's it. Yeah. Stay safe. Great show. Shout out to the chat.
For sure. My final thoughts is basically going to be more people should vote. So I would want to see more people vote, and the fact that less people vote than people that less people don't vote than people that actually vote, I think is bad on us as a population. But we're going to be talking about Trump's erase of slavery from U.S. history at the Smithsonian under fire. We do this every Monday through Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And I basically always say this on a new party, even though it's the man cave, always vote man cave.